Welcome to our second episode of Excuse Our Banter. We have an amazing episode planned for you guys, jam-packed to the brim of some dope content, some dope categories, some dope topics to talk about. I am one of two amazing hosts. I am Donald, but you can call me G, whatever it may be. And
I'm Sami. I am kind of sad today, and I'll tell you why. Actually, I'll just jump straight into it. It is making me really sad.
all right. So, why are you sad? Tell us what's up.
Saturday was celebration. It was Eid, right? It was a celebration where every Muslim was they celebrate, the sacrificing of a goat and the story behind that. Won't go into it, but everyone's having fun. Everyone's having a good time, eating some meat. Sounds a bit weird, but they're eating generally like goat meat or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So everyone's having a good time. Come Sunday, I'm sitting at my desk, right? I'm painting the picture. Sitting at my desk, playing some video games.
Mm-hmm.
And then bam!
Time of your life.
Bam! A loud bang comes. I'm looking, what just happened? Right? I go to the front of my house. I open the door. And when I open the door, do you know what I saw?
What'd you see?
I saw the boogeyman. Actually, no, I didn't. I wish I saw the boogeyman because someone rammed into my car. They not only rammed into my car, they fisted my car, and I was very upset.
Okay, my question. Okay, continue. But I do have a small question. How?
And that's that's the question I was asking. Like, how do you crash into a parked car? Going down a straight road. Okay, so I do kind of feel bad. The guy was a lovely guy, but he's just not the best driver in the world. And he said, like, this is his words. He said, "Hey, I was driving down, I saw an oncoming car, got scared, I moved to the left, didn't see your car, and rammed into it." And I was like, man, don't you have brakes? You have an automatic car. Why don't you use your brakes? And he was like,
no, he wanted to use your car as brakes.
Oh my god. Luckily, his car got off worse than mine. I haven't actually seen how bad the damage was for my car, but
is it something you just didn't want to look? You're like, if I don't look, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, my car's still there. I haven't taken it to the repair shop. I'm taking it tomorrow, but I'm worried that my rear axle is like affected or bent or whatever. But holy shit, that guy's car hit my car so hard that his car, the whole front axle, the steering, I believe it was the steering lock, has broken, so he cannot steer his vehicle at all.
How fast? My question: how fast was he going to break his axle like that?
So typically on our roads we go 20 miles an hour, right? But I think he was going a little bit faster, maybe 30. I don't know, but he just went straight in. And if you want to watch the video of him smashing into my car, it is up on my Twitter right now at Padjockeys. And you can see the very moment this man has smacked into my car, you can hear the poor screeches, the poor whelps from my car just hanging in there. Oh dear. But that was my weekend. So how was your weekend,
Man, my week definitely wasn't as eventful as yours. I'm glad you weren't driving. I'm glad everything's okay. Was a person okay? Was he injured?
No, he was good. He was shook him up. He was all right.
Yeah, I'm watching the video right now.
Yeah, it's sad. It's not a great moment, but I just broke down. I just saw it happen and I was sad. I was upset. I was like, no.
This man walked out, dropped to his knees, and was like exclaimed out to the universe, "Why?
Why me?"
I'm watching it right, and it doesn't look like the guy was going that fast. So how did he? That's my question. He wasn't going that fast. It's kind of hard to judge. Obviously, it's at an awkward angle.
Yeah.
But no, it just looks like he's just driving at normal speed, 20, 25. And he didn't even, it doesn't look like he swerved. It kind of just looked like he was over too far to the left and just clipped your car.
No, he turned into me. His steering, right? Excuse me. His steering was literally to the left. His steering wheel was stuck to the left. That means that man turned to the left because he got afraid of the opposing car.
So when you walked out, was there opposing car? Was there a car actually on the other side oncoming?
Yeah, it was a BMW, but like in my road, although it's a narrow road, but typically what you would do is if oncoming is coming, right?
Move to the side.
Just brake behind a vehicle and just stay there until the car passes. You don't ram into someone, or even if you're late, you just slow down. But this man, he decided with his whole grown-up mind, he decided, you know what? Turn the wheel, bang, and he smacked into my car, and that was upsetting.
Or even stop. Just stop. I mean, the best thing you could do is even if you panic, just slam on the brakes and stop. Put that bad boy in reverse, dip it down low, and dump it in, and back up in parallel. Back up into a nice parking spot and wait. Like yeah, man. I'm sorry that happened to you.
I'm glad my misery probably caused someone to laugh, but hey, we move on. Look, I got a courtesy car. Move. I still can drive a car.
We move. You have a rental car, right?
Yeah, I luckily got a car that replaces mine, but no one can replace my car. It was mine.
Your baby.
You know what? Man. Screw it. It's fine. We move.
I've actually never been a victim of a car assault as you have. I've had my car broken into. One of my older cars stolen twice. It was a Honda Civic. Those are very popular to steal.
Oh.
The second time they stole it, they just said, "I'm just gonna take the whole shebang," and took the whole engine.
What?
Took the whole engine. It just left the husk. Just left the corpse there. And I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I didn't have alarm on it. I had locks, but it was like an older one, the 19. I think it was like 2000s. Didn't have alarm, and people love stealing those catalytic converters. People are stealing catalytic converters like candy over here. It's crazy.
Are doing it here too. They still, like, one of my dad's old Prius. That got stolen. They literally came up, jacked it up, and we live in England where houses are very, very close together, and we live on a busy street. They came up in broad daylight, about 3 or 4 of them. They jacked up the car. They got a saw. They sawed it off, grabbed it, and left. That was it. It was bang done within like five minutes. It was a 5-minute crime, and that was it. And if I was there, I would have confronted them. I would have grabbed a bat and just swung, whatever.
Like, what would you do? Like, honestly, what would you do? Like, say, for instance, you're in your house, you and your girl are having, like, tea or whatever, or coffee, or just hanging out. You guys are cuddling, you guys are smooth, you guys are kissing, you guys are watching Netflix. It asks you, hey, are you still watching? You're not watching because you guys are looking deep into the shows, making out, having the time of your life. And you hear, like, a little rustle, a little tussle outside. You walk outside, and you see one dude under the car wearing all black, and another dude with a flashlight. What are you doing? Like, what are you really doing?
Okay, look. Even if there's 4 or 5 man, I'm still going outside with a baseball bat and I'm swinging it crazy. I do not care if there's 10 people on top of me or I lose a limb. I am
just out there swinging. Okay.
Crazy.
Oh yeah.
Might be, if I'm alone, I might be big enough and scary enough and fucking crazy enough to just basically ward
You might
them
just
off.
startle them. Yeah, you might like run out and startle them. Yeah.
And they're like, oh shit, this guy's, because at the end of the day,
this guy's insane.
Final flight. If you want to stay there and fight me with a bat, then all right, cool.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean, people think they can fight a bat, but a bat, break your arm if you try to block it.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the caveat to that.
Yeah.
If they have a machete or a long like knife, I probably won't do that, but I will still like swing about, but I would keep my distance.
Keep your distance.
I'll jump into it.
You're sitting there swinging your bat, and menacingly, and they're having a machete, kind of warding you off as they jack up your car and do it right in front of you. Yeah, I don't know.
In those instances, man, I wish we had guns in the UK, but I'm glad we don't. But machetes are our biggest threat, and luckily we can avoid them by just not confronting them. I personally, here's a PSA, right? If there's a guy standing outside your door with a machete, just stay inside. It's not worth it.
Yeah, just stay inside. Yeah, if you round the corner, there's actually a this is on TikTok. There's actually a video. This guy says he's instructing people on how to survive encounters.
Oh, God.
And he says if there's a guy with a machete and the camera turns to him, the guy with the machete turns back to the original guy who's talking, and the guy's like a mile away just booking it. Just off. That's how you deal with it. You're not gonna fight the guy. You're not gonna try to disarm him. You're gonna run as fast as you can.
But that is the correct methodology. When you come across a large blade or even a small knife, man, it's not worth it. That shit.
It's
jabs
not
into
worth it,
you,
man.
and
It's
it can
not
cause
worth it.
really life-changing damages. But you know,
Yeah,
if
it
they
can cut
have
you up
nothing,
quick.
or if they have equally as blunt objects, then you might as well fucking do it. Well, I will do it, but you don't have to.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I'm inside, and I open the door and I see 4 guys jacking up my car, and they got machetes, I'm like, bro, the car is yours.
The car. Here's the keys.
I mean,
man.
at this point,
Here's the keys.
bro. Hey, do you want the registration? Actually, hold on.
I'll
Let me
transfer the
actually
car in
write.
your name.
Yeah, let me transfer the title over to you right now. I'll sell it to you for $1. It'll be a gift, bro. Just take it.
Oh my
Just take it, bro. You won. Today you've come across a free car. Congratulations, because I'm not getting chopped up for nothing.
I am
It's
not
not happening to
getting
me, bro.
minced. I'm not getting
I'm not getting diced for nothing. You take that car. But no,
I
man,
hope
people,
that man enjoys it. You know,
bro. Yeah, good luck, man. Have a safe trip. You know what I mean? There's some there's some Skittles in the glove compartment. Enjoy.
No, honestly, like, at the end of the day, when you're outnumbered, there's only so much you can do, and probably not worth doing at most instances. But gotta say, just keep yourself safe. If you are the
Just
type
be
to
smart.
confront, then just be smart about that too.
Yeah, is it really worth your life? Is it materialistic?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like, a car is your mode of transportation. It gets you where you need to go, gets you from A to B, gets you to your job, wherever you know. But it's not worth your life, man. Because
Yeah.
you ain't driving no car dead.
Three
not
day delay to get your car repaired compared to a lifetime.
Mhm.
You kind of make the comparisons there. You know what to live for.
And especially if you have insurance, bro, have a good day. You guys drive
Yeah.
safe. Let's get another car.
Your insurance will handle it. Even if you've got to pay money, you know what? It's the bare minimum of what it could be.
Yeah, going out there getting into a tussle and end up face down on the ground. Yeah, I did. And imagine going out there getting into a tussle face down on the ground, and your car's still gone.
They take it anyway. They just like shit in the mud. They don't even get scared. They're just like, damn, we're fighting this guy. We beat him. All right, cool. He's down there. He's out for the count. Let's take his car as well. They just, you know what? You're out for the count, and then they raid your house instead. They're like, all right, you know what? This guy's out. We're gonna go into his house instead and raid that.
They said Christmas came early, bro.
They're like, Christmas came early, boys. They like, tie you up. They're like, what? They just rob your house. You see your PlayStation just going away in your car. They're using your car as transportation, and they just left.
Can you imagine the regret that night? Can you imagine your girl just looking at you like, what are you doing?
Oh,
what are you thinking?
God, dude.
Oh man,
You don't want to be that guy on that day.
You don't want to be that guy.
If that was you on a date, I am so sorry.
Oh man, being on a date and just getting mollywopped outside in front of your girlfriend.
They steal your girl and your car and your everything.
Man. Yeah, that date's over, bro. That's it. You ain't going any more dates out, especially with that girl or that guy. That's it.
That's it. Oh my God. Well, from one travesty to another.
Yeah, man. But I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad glad you have a replacement to get you where you need to go, and hope everything gets sorted out with your insurance.
Yeah, we'll sort that. Luckily, it's good over here, so we can get it quickly sorted out. So that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any stories this week to compare to, what you got going on.
Yeah,
but
it was a crazy one, to be fair. You can't really top that off. It happened just bloody yesterday, so it's kind of fresh in my head.
I imagine so, man. I imagine so.
I got a question.
But yeah, what's up?
Do you ever get? I think it is anxiety, right? But when you have, when something bad happens or something, you just think about it a lot and you can't sleep. Like that stress I had at night. So
yeah, I wouldn't even call that anxiety, bro. You're just
stress.
You're stressed. That's stress.
Look at this. Don't throw hands.
I've had plenty of nights like that, bro, where I'm sitting up, my mind just won't let it go, and I'm sitting there contemplating, just thinking about one thing over and over and over until I go to sleep. Yeah, it's normal, man.
I had that. I was almost late to work as well. So,
bro, yeah, that happens. I mean, whether it's a materialistic item or not, it's still disturbed your life. It uprooted your normal day to day. I get it.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but
what
we
do we got?
move, we move.
We move.
But yeah, I have I got something to bring up. It's nowhere near. It's a little more lighthearted than yours. Did you hear about the whole thing that went down on social media with DoorDash?
I saw a couple tweets about it. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah,
that it went free.
man.
It went free, right?
Bro, no, so it wasn't free. It wasn't like there was a promo. It wasn't like they were giving out, free burgers or whatever. No promo codes or no promotions like that. What happened was there was a glitch. So on July 7th, DoorDash experienced a payment processing issue. And as the result, users were able to check out without authorizing their form of payment. So people were using discontinued cards, whether it's a credit card that's unopened, whether it's a debit card that's a fake debit card, or there's a lot of people were actually using prepaid cards with zero balances.
Oh my days! So
Yeah,
how did they get
bro.
their money back?
I mean, I would assume if you run up a till. I mean, I would assume if you run up a till on a prepaid card, and you don't have a card on file, and you run a card with zero balance, I mean, you just got free items. There's really no way to DoorDash to get their money back. If you're dumb enough to use a prepaid card with a zero balance, but you have your alternate card on file, they're running your pockets.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And that actually happened. There's actually a tweet. Oh man, the tweets are hilarious. So if you just go to the Twitter and type in DoorDash glitch, the tweets are hilarious. So this guy tweeted that DoorDash was all free because of a glitch, and motherfuckers went crazy. And there's this picture of this guy, Casamigos Reposado.
Yeah.
This man ordered 27 bottles, ran up a bill of $1,670.73. Now he's not done. This guy's not done. This guy said, I got 27 bottles of Casamigos. Let's see how far we can go with this. He didn't stop at that. He ordered 30 more bottles of Casamigos, which totals of $989.70. He's not done there. He ordered 30 bottles of Don Julio Reposado tequila, which ran him a total of $1,949.70. But he's not done there. This man ordered 30 more, ran up another additional $1,019.70.
God damn, that's a lot of tequila and a lot of just alcohol in general. Holy smokes.
And the thing is, it's not coming from fast food. This is coming from like a Safeway or a Target or a Walmart or a grocery store, or like depending what kind of I know there's some places like we have Total Wine over here where they just sell spirits and wine, and so it probably came from one of those. Can you imagine sitting there and be like, bro, we just hit the jackpot. You're over there working. You're like, this person's ordered, I mean, what? It looks like he got about 120 bottles.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Can you imagine? And then finding out you're not getting that money.
Oh my God.
And can you go?
I was going to say, like, just imagine the DoorDash delivery guy who has to put this in his vehicle or his bike or whatever. He's not making that in a bike. You need a car.
You need a car. And then imagine having to put that in the car and then finding out as you drop off, you ain't got a tip.
You ain't got a tip.
I would be pissed. I would be distraught. And there's another picture. This is the one I saw circling the most. This is when I stumbled across when I first saw the whole glitch. It's a picture of McDonald's counters where the DoorDashers or the Uber Eats, the couriers come up and pick up their orders. There is at least 30 bags sitting there, not even picked up, of just being ordered by people using this glitch.
And they don't get picked up and delivered because no one's tipping?
No, I mean, you know what it is. People don't tip as it is. So can you imagine? Like people were, and I guarantee there's 30 bags here. I guarantee at least half them are probably for one person.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And so the only reason people were finding out about this is because they were looking at people on Twitter, and people were like, "Oh, bro, this is happening." So more and more people were trying.
But not only that, the DoorDash needs to go to an address, right? So when it comes up, it's going to be your address. When DoorDash comes to collect that money, they're going to go to your address.
Exactly. So that kind of makes me think, even if you did use a prepaid card with zero balance or a false or fake credit card, you still have your address. They can still come after you.
But even if you didn't use your address and you took all the precautions, your account is new, your prepaid card you bought that has zero balance, You delivered it to like a random corner of some X place, right? If you took all of that precaution, you don't even get your stuff because no one's gonna accept it because you didn't tip, number one, and also, I don't think you can order that much without raising some eyebrows, right? Sure.
Exactly.
I'm curious though. Sorry, I'll let you finish.
No, go. You're already curious about.
I was gonna say I was curious about the bottle stuff. Did they actually get all of that alcohol or no?
I don't know. It's just I just see screenshots. I don't know who. I mean, you would be dumb if you posted your screenshot on Twitter with your account. But I mean, someone got for someone. There's probably somebody shared something to a group text and someone was like, "Let's put it on blast." But I don't know if they got it. But businesses were actually compensated. There's a in this article it says for DoorDash they said they were actively canceling fraudulent orders. And they were actually, at that time, they were actively in touch with the merchants impacted to ensure that they got compensated for the unauthorized orders. So that was from a DoorDash spokesperson. So it seems like they...
luckily they got... The small businesses didn't get affected too much because DoorDash was on it.
DoorDash was on it. And it doesn't stop there, right? So people might be sitting here thinking like, oh, bro, it's not that bad. Or if you are a person listening and you got a one-up on DoorDash and you're sitting there with that 120 bottles of Reposado having the time of your life, it's not over. You're not safe. You might be sitting there thinking like, man, I had the time of my life. I turned up. I had a party. I sold. I made money. Life is good. DoorDash apparently got their legal team together. And everybody that participated in that evening on the 7th, that fateful day, when they got the fraudulent orders, apparently they're going to be dealt with accordingly.
Oh, I can imagine DoorDash getting PIs and just investigating.
Oh, bro.
Following the trail of empty bottles.
Oh, man. Can you imagine the regret when FBI or police or somebody, or even better yet, you get served notice in the mail from DoorDash that you're being sued? Or from even, oh man, can you imagine the regret? Was it worth it? Was that snapshot of your, you bragging about you got 120 bottles of spirits? Was it worth it?
I don't know. We don't have DoorDash in the UK, but that sounds so funny. We have like Just Eat, which is I believe Grubhub in the US, and we have Uber Eats as another one. There's other ones as well, but they're not
Grubhub
that popular compared to like Uber Eats and Just Eat.
Yeah, we have a couple alternate ones. We got like GoPuff and a couple small ones over here, but nobody really uses them.
I think we also have like some stuff like that. But yeah, the main two are Just Eat and Uber Eats. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was actually, speaking of tipping, like you were talking about, somebody actually tweeted, she said, so y'all got DoorDash glitch to where you can get anything you wanted for free, and nobody thought to start tipping workers $1,000. She has a point.
No, that's true. Like, why wouldn't you? You have unlimited cash. You wouldn't want to spread some love? Like, come on.
Imagine you're sitting there, you just got 120 bottles, or you got 30 Big Macs, whatever, for you and the kids, or for you and your frat brothers or frat sisters, and you couldn't help out the person that's hauling all that shit to and from your car, or their car to your house.
Oh my days.
And it gets worse. There's actually another screenshot of somebody's. It looks like this is somebody's Cash App. It's a screenshot of somebody's Cash App on their phone, and it shows a balance. It's a negative $3,441.48. They had their Cash App card on file, and DoorDash said, "Run me that money. Let me run those pockets real quick."
Deep. They charged them $3,000. What are you ordering for $3,000?
What are you ordering for $3,000?
What are you ordering? Oh, the life of me. Well,
can you imagine? Like, I mean, you're waking up for work the next day, and you're like, bro, I just got my paycheck, and I ordered $3,000 worth of food or beer last night, and then you check your bank account, and you're negative $3,000. Oh, but you deserve everything that's coming to you. You deserve all that and more.
Damn, you just got. You literally, you know what? The people who did it, and they didn't respect, like the small businesses and stuff, you deserve it. But to be honest, McDonald's, KFC, and all that, I don't care. They're big corporations; they probably deserve it. But small businesses, if you screw them over, you're a bit of an asshole. So.
And it's not like this only worked for like McDonald's and Wingstop. I mean, you're right. small businesses got hit too. They probably, I mean, imagine being a small business and you get an order for $1,000. You're like, bro, that made my night. And you find out that was fraudulent activity. You just, I mean, because you got to think about it. Yes, they were compensated for the food they cooked, maybe. Because I don't know if DoorDash compensated 100%. Probably a portion. You know how DoorDash is. Yeah. But how do you compensate for the workers' time?
The labor.
Making $1,000 worth of food. You know?
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah, there's another tweet. One last tweet. This guy's you know how people like to tweet at take screenshots and tweet at companies. Yeah. This guy, he said DoorDash, give up little bruh. I won, you lost. Thanks for the free food still. And it shows DoorDash $235.46. That was his order, right? Oh my God. I don't know if this is DoorDash or I don't know if this is somebody. You know how people like to take accounts and put companies' logos and act like they're customer service.
Yeah.
Somebody replied, "This looks like it's on Facebook on the mobile app. It says, tell me you're broke without telling me you're broke."
Oh, that is so funny. I'm sure the guy who it surely can't be real. That image, I think they just made that up. Because if they did,
they probably made that up.
DoorDash, all they gotta do is like find out what happened at 10:32, and then find out.
Well, the thing is,
the exact amount.
People aren't that smart.
Yeah, exactly.
People aren't that smart. When people are taking screenshots of their group text, people are incriminating themselves. People are talking about the dumbest shit on social media ever. So I wouldn't put it past anybody to do something like this.
They're getting caught.
This is. The memes are hilarious. So if you are listening, I would love to cover every single meme. But if you are listening, or even you, Sammy, if you want, definitely go to Twitter and just type in DoorDash glitch, and the memes are memeing. They are tough. I love it. I love it. Oh my God. They even did it with diapers. Somebody ordered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 20 boxes of diapers.
Respect to those people.
I mean, yeah. Priorities.
Oh, well.
Oh, man.
So to those guys who were successful, congratulations. But to the guys that got screwed over, that's tough, man. That's tough.
You deserved it. You got. You played.
You played the game.
Found out real quick. You played the game and lost.
You lost, man. You lost. God damn. What else we got in social media news?
We have one big one. It's concerning CERN / Mandela Effect. We'll talk about that. But I have one last little goofy thing on the social media, and I think you've seen what I posted in there. If you look in there, somebody, and this is in Spanish, right? So I came across this earlier today, and this was in Spanish, and I was like, and it was AliExpress. I recognize their logo. So it's in Spanish, but on Twitter you can click translate. So it's a picture of, obviously it's the shape of a dildo.
Object. Yeah,
it's a phallic object. It's a dildo, and it's wrapped in a bag. So it looks like someone just wrapped it, threw tape on it, and threw the shipping label. I mean, it is tight.
They wrapped it around the shop.
Just to draw a mental picture, this is black. It looks like a black trash bag. They wrapped it super tight. There's no way they're trying to conceal what this is. At the base where the suction cup is, they wrap tape so you could see every single angle, every intricate detail on this phallic object. And this person tweeted, they added, AliExpress says, "Thank you, AliExpress. Your shipments are very discreet." Obviously being very, sarcastic. Now this is where it gets good. Because AliExpress, and this is what I love, because we were back in the day where people used to at big corporations, and corporations really couldn't do anything about it, because if they did, people would kick up a fuss like a kid in Walmart. But now I love when big corporations clap back. I love it. So she said that. She obviously said, "Thank you, you guys are discreet." And AliExpress said, "You're welcome, Andrea. Enjoy the nightlight."
Oh my days, that's definitely not a nightlight, but it's definitely going to be used in the night.
She outed herself. Imagine outing yourself. Imagine, so she's upset, right? Picture this. You're upset, you're sitting there, let me draw you a picture. You're sitting in your house, and you're like, "Bro, tonight's going to be a good night. I got my wine. I got Netflix on. I got candles. I got ambiance. I even have some herbs. What are those things that people plug in there, spray the little scents in the air? You know what I'm talking about? But you know what I'm talking about. But yes, like those scentsy things. I got some candles lit. And I'm having the time of my life. Incense, right?
Yeah.
I'm having the time of my life. My phone's on airplane mode. Ain't nobody gonna disturb me. I'm about to get it. And and you get your package. Knock on the door. You get your package. And the courier hands it to you. And the courier's just holding the shaft, and he's like, "Hey, at that point, you don't even make eye contact. That awkward handoff, like it feels like you're handing off a baton in a race. The courier's like, "Hey, you do you," and you're sitting there like, you take it, you close your door, and thank you, like that's it, like that's all the embarrassment you got. That's it.
Thank you for my nightlight.
Thank you for my. It's a nightlight. I swear. Like, no, bro. I can see. I'm holding the suction cup right now in the balls. So they hand it to, and like that's probably the most embarrassment you're gonna get from that. Whatever. You got a sex toy. We're all adults. Now you think in your head, but you know that meme where that guy's sitting there and has all the math going. You're sitting there. Yeah. How can I make this worse? Let me tweet out about it so the whole world knows. And AliExpress retweets that and replies. So everybody now knows I got a dildo last night.
Someone definitely got shafted, and it was Andrea.
And it was Andrea.
AliExpress. And that was a good clapback.
In more ways than one. That was a good clapback. I love. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what? Next episode, I'm gonna bring I'm gonna grab some screenshots of companies clapping back because I love it when they do that. I love when they do that
a lot. Wendy's,
bro. Wendy's. I love when Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, they have their little interactions.
Yeah, they try to clap back at each other.
I love it. But I'll grab some of those as examples for next episode. That's gonna be dope.
For sure.
But yeah, we move. So yeah, the next topic I want to talk about, and this is actually something that's actually very interesting, really interesting. I got a message from a friend and they sent me a link and I was like, what are you talking about? I got a message asking me, do you know what CERN is, in capital letters, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation, question mark. And I'm like, CERN, and when I think of CERN, I'm thinking like sounds like a vaccine or something going on, or a virus, something, right? Who knows what's going on now these days in 2022. CERN actually is it's a corporation, obviously full of scientists, and they actually are working on one of the world's most powerful microscopes, right? And this microscope is the microscope is used to explore nature at the smallest scale and to discover the fundamental laws that govern the universe. You might be thinking like, why do I care? It gets better. So a lot of people know this. This is actually called the collider. It's called that's what it is. It's called I'm probably saying this wrong. Hadron Collider.
God damn.
And this was actually booted up, I think 12 years ago. And they booted up once again. It's currently booted up. And they have a 4-year experiment term. So in 4 years, they plan to wage this experiment for the next 4 years. This is their term. I don't know what happens at the end. But basically, the Hadron Collider was built over the course of a decade by the European Organization for Nuclear Research. So this was initially built for nuclear research a decade ago.
To make bombs?
Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what they were. But, nuclear research. So I assume it has to do with nuclear energy, right? Yeah. Electricity, powering things, maybe the military, who knows? But using this collider 10 years ago, the team operating this microscope, they actually discovered a particle called the Higgs boson particle, aka the God particle.
God particle? Oh my God.
Yes. And they do that the God particle. Sounds like something out of anime or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So they think this goes hand in hand with this particle, this God particle, goes hand in hand with finding the keys to the universe, to the creation of the universe. They think the God particle has a play or an effect, or even has a direct effect with the Big Bang Theory, right? God particle, Big Bang Theory, hand in hand. You kind of get it. Dots connect. Yes. But the really cool thing is, and you're probably thinking like, oh, is this in a warehouse near me? No, you're not going to find it anytime soon. The collider is 328 feet underground in a tunnel near the French-Swiss border in this city called Geneva.
Geneva. Yeah.
Geneva. Yes.
Geneva.
Geneva. Yes. And it spans nearly 17 miles.
You know, just visualize how far a mile is, and then think about it 17
miles. And you're probably like, I know when people like, it's kind of hard to put in scale, like, you know, I'm talking about a collider, Halton collider, blah, blah, microscope. You're thinking like, it's kind of hard to get an idea what it looks like. This thing is massive. 17 miles. 17 miles. Put that in perspective.
God damn.
And imagine being the scientist, the team. I'm not talking dozens, hundreds of people to maintain and maintenance and critique and quirk and alter this 17-mile collider. That is insane. But basically, using this collider, protons will spin at nearly the speed of light, and when they collide, it creates a new particle, resembling the properties of dark matter. Resembling the properties of dark matter. So they've used this, they've discovered the God particle, and now they're booting up for a 4-year term to actually discover properties of dark matter. So they're trying to figure out, you know, how to create dark matter. And Lord knows what they're going to use dark matter for when they create it. Maybe a portal. My friend was saying maybe they're trying to open a black hole. They're trying to figure out how the voids work. And I'm just like, good Lord, here we go. Because the last thing we need in 2020 is scientists opening a portal to upside down or wherever they're trying to go. I'm good, bro. Because honestly, if I'm sitting in and I'm sitting having the time of my life, it's a sunny day. I'm relaxing. I'm drinking my Capri Sun on the rocks. And I look at my phone and on Twitter, what's trending? Black hole, portal. And I'm thinking, oh, this is a joke. This has got to be a new show. This is probably like Invincibles, or maybe this is The Boys. No, this is actually real life. Real life.
No,
They've opened a portal.
Inject this God particle? Because I want it. It sounds like it can give me powers and stuff. You know, I want it.
Can I take this? Can I become like the next Superman? You know,
but you obliterate me into a million pieces.
Yeah. So basically, they're using this this collider to actually figure out the properties of dark matter, and they're gonna go hand in hand with figuring out what our galaxy is made of. So yeah, this is obviously a lot of people believe, oh, they're trying to debunk the Big Bang Theory. So yes, so that I thought that was actually interesting, but it doesn't stop there, people.
I do have a question. Better. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ask. Go for it.
What does this have to do? This sounds like nerdy stuff. So what does it have to do with like?
Yeah, how is this?
You probably me,
like why do I care? This is, you know, what are you talking about this, G? What are you talking about this?
Yeah.
So have you heard of the term Mandela Effect before?
Like Nelson Mandela?
Yes, it was actually named after him, Nelson Mandela. Yes.
Oh, is it the one where something is a bit odd than it used to be?
Yeah, something's a bit off. It's not deja vu, because I know there was a huge conversation. I don't know if you guys know what deja vu is. A lot of people know the term, but do you know actually what deja vu is? I don't mean to go from there, but pretty much is where the right side and left side of your brain, there's a signal sent, there's a slight delay. So that's why you think when you see something or smell something or hear something, I've heard it before, it's just a delayed signal. So basically both parts of your brains experience the same thing, but a delayed reaction. That's what deja vu is. You're welcome. Welcome to my TED Talk. But we move. And so the Mandela Effect basically was named after Nelson Mandela, who was actually a South African political activist that was imprisoned for 27 years. Now, this is the interesting part. A lot of people believe that when Nelson Mandela was actually in prison for those 27 years, he died.
I remember hearing about that. Like Nelson Mandela died.
Exactly. And I even thought the same thing. Nelson Mandela, an activist, an idol, however you want to look at him, an amazing man. He was actually in prison for 27 years. And a lot of people remember that he died. You probably do. I honestly think back to my childhood. I think I remember hearing something like he died. I'm pretty sure I thought that. So when I saw this, I was like, whoa, this is actually pretty interesting. But he didn't die. He actually went on after he served his term for 27 years. He became the president of South Africa. And I know some of you guys are sitting there right now going, huh? What? I thought he died. Because that is how a lot of the legends are made, right? The guy died, now he's a legend. No, he survived his term. He became the president of South Africa. And a lot of people don't know Nelson Mandela was actually the president of South Africa. Who knows? Who knows, right? So that's what I'm saying. A lot of people either believe he died. Also, people also believe, I don't know if this happened to you, but people swore to this day, crossed their hope to die, that they actually saw his widow, his wife, on the news covering his death.
Didn't he die recently though? I have no idea if he did or not.
I believe Nelson Mandela did die. Let me see.
Eventually.
When he died.
But
yeah,
during his prison sentence, he wasn't.
Yeah, he didn't die in his prison. He didn't die in his prison sentence. So yeah, so this goes hand in hand. So pretty much, the reason I'm saying this is the Nelson Mandela goes hand in hand with the Mandela Effect, which was coined by, I believe, it was coined by I forgot her name, but she was how do I say this term? She studied paranoia. How do I say this? Paranoia. Not paranoia. What is the term when you're like ghosts and stuff like that?
Paranormal activity.
Paranormal activity. Why couldn't I say the word? But paranormal activity. She I think believes she researched that and she was looking at things on that. I hope I got that correct. But pretty much she coined that phrase after Mandela because a lot of people believed he died. So you're probably sitting there, well, okay, cool. And thank you for the history lesson, G. You're welcome. That'd be $9.99. Thank you. So have you ever experienced something in your childhood or a couple years ago, or a couple decades ago, like whether it's the spelling of say for instance, a fast food joint, or your favorite, maybe Curious George, or even Monopoly. A lot of people love Monopoly. I hate Monopoly. It's a boring game. But, you remember seeing the Monopoly character wear a monocle.
Yeah.
Right?
I remember seeing the monocle, but see, this is the thing. When I try to remember, like, where it was from and what, like, context it was, like, because thing is, right, I thought the Pringles guy had a monocle, and he kind of looks like the Monopoly guy. So I kind of assumed they were both the same thing, and maybe my mind was playing tricks on me, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yes. So there's some people that believe that actually, it was actually, okay, let me backtrack. Fiona Broom coined the term over a decade ago when she created a website detailing her recollections of the former South African president, Nelson Mandela. Died in the 1980s. So yeah, that was Fiona Bourne. I didn't want to leave that fact out. I skipped over a bunch of stuff, but I gave you guys that. But yeah, right back what you said. Yeah, I mean, I even looked at a couple articles and I'm sitting there like, I know for a fact like the Monopoly man had a monocle. Apparently he didn't have a monocle.
I think the biggest one for me was someone said there was a Mandela Effect, and it was Looney Tunes and Looney Tunes. Which one do you remember it as? Looney Tunes or Looney Tunes?
And this is all, but you're probably sitting there as a listener, like, it's not saying it different. It's a spelling.
So like, imagine like cartoons, right? That's a tune. And imagine like musical tunes, right? Do you remember it as Looney Tunes, as in like a cartoon? Or do you remember it as cartoon? It's cartoon, I remember it as cartoon as well, but it's incorrect.
Wait. Hold up. Looney, so it's Looney Tunes, like it's music, like not Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
No, no way.
I am not even tripping with you. That it is tunes.
Looney Tunes.
It has no music.
No, I just Googled it right now. It's Looney Tunes. Tunes. Exactly. I remember it always being Toons.
Exactly.
So that's doesn't that kind of like throw you for a loop? But it gets better. There's more. A lot of people, peanut butter. What is probably the best peanut butter? I don't know if you guys have this over the pond, but over here, Jiffy, right? Peanut butter. Everyone knows Jiffy. Crunchy, smooth. It's a very popular peanut butter over here. A lot of kids love it. It's more sweet. It's not so much. It's not the natural about it, but it's delicious. I love it. PB&J, delicious. It's actually not Jiffy. It's Jif.
Wow.
Keep it like that? Because when I go, I'm like, all right, let me go some Jiffy peanut butter. It's Jif.
I don't know the peanut butter brand, but I assume that's a big difference, because Jiffy is a word like in a hurry.
Yeah.
Right. And Jif is also the same thing. It's like, I'll be there in a jiff, like I'll be there in a hurry. Right. They both mean the same thing, so maybe they derived it from that and they got confused. But it also could be a Mandela effect.
Yeah, a lot of people believe that might be a Mandela Effect, and this is all over the internet. I thought this was very interesting, and it gets even better. So for all you Star Wars people out there, I remember this way. You might not, but I remember it's a coined phrase, and it's gone through the dawn of time. It's very popular. Luke, I am your father. Right? Do you remember that?
Yeah, Luke, I am your father.
Luke, I am your father. Everybody remembers that. But it actually wasn't Luke, I am your father. It is no, I am your father.
Wait, what? He doesn't even say Luke. He just says no.
He doesn't. Yeah, he just says no.
Oh my!
I'm your father.
He's like, no,
So-
I'm your father. That's it.
And people probably wondering, where do we find this? This is episode 5, not of us, but obviously in the movies of Star Wars. So episode 5, he says, Luke, I'm your father, not Luke, I am your father. So I don't know if this is somebody kind of made a meme off of it back in the day, a joke off of it, and people have always ran with it. Because I remember, I mean, hearing that, Luke, I am your father. That's always been a very popular term in the Star Wars community.
Yeah, I remember that as well. It's been like, hey, Luke, I am your father. I mean, I'm not a Star Wars nerd, but I remember Luke, I am your father.
Yeah, shout out to all the Star Wars nerds out there. I mean, you guys are probably thinking the same thing, or you're sitting there thinking us two people like these guys know nothing what they talk about. What a bunch of idiots! But we move.
I have one though.
But-
I have another Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Is, Kit Kats? Do you remember the Kit Kat having a hyphen or the Kit Kat
hyphen.
having no hyphens?
I remember having a hyphen.
I remember having a hyphen too, man. It's trippy.
And it has no hyphen, right?
It's no hyphen. It's just Kit Kat. That's it.
I mean, and there's another one. Even Curious George. Everyone knows Curious George with the banana, the logo. Does he have a tail or no tail?
Okay, I know the answer to this one, but anatomically, I would have assumed. I didn't watch Curious George, but anatomically, I assumed that he had a tail. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
But
I would
this
assume.
motherfucker has no tail.
Yeah, he has no tail. So we're sitting thinking like, where do the things come from? Do we? Because it would be one thing if one or two of us kind of felt that way, but thousands upon millions of people have experienced the same thing we have experienced, the Mandela Effect. So whether it's a scientist, there's a theory going around, and I don't know how well educated this theory is, but the theory is going around, and with the day and time we live in, a lot of people don't know what to believe. This is a conspiracy theory, so all you people out there put on your tinfoil hats, but it's actually a very interesting one. So is it something simple as, are we misremembering, or are we somehow, some way colliding with alternate realities, alternate timelines, right? So some people believe that when this is all over TikTok too, some people believe this happens when you bump into another timeline, or actually bump into another reality, or cross over into another reality. And it could be something simple as, in that reality, you had a PB&J for breakfast instead of waffles, or something as great as in the other reality, the dinosaurs still exist, they weren't extinct, or something as simple as, this war didn't happen and this war happened and these people won, but these people didn't win. So people believe that there are other timelines, and a lot of Marvel people are sitting going, wait, the multi-universe. Yes, essentially that's what it is. People believe that there are other realities, other timelines out there where there's a bazillion trillion different outcomes. You're in that timeline, but
Wow.
it's not you. They're different you. And that person in that other timeline might be a doctor, or might be a scientist, or might be a rapper, or might be anything. Who knows, right? But this is a theory people have. And I myself, not gonna lie, I laid in bed the other night and I was texting a friend, and at first I was like, that's stupid. But then as I kind of went through the documents and through the pictures, and I'm like, okay, I get one picture or two pictures, but there's so many different things in my childhood I remember that don't make sense now.
So, do you think that this collider is affecting our reality?
Thank you for saying that, because that goes hand in hand. So the Mandela Effect, people are saying this is the theory. The last time, I believe it's, 10 years ago, 10, 12 years ago, a decade, they booted up this collider.
Yeah.
People believe that created the Mandela Effect. So when they booted up this collider, the 17-mile long collider, when they booted that bad boy up and they collided whatever particles, the God particle or dark matter, whatever they did, it pushed us into another timeline, or it merged timeline, or it bumped us into another timeline. And so when this happens, when this collider is booted up, which was 10, 12 years ago, we've crossed into another timeline. And now that they're booting up again, people are sitting there being very wary, because I mean, we are in 2022, where who knows what's happening, bro. We are on a roller coaster ride, bro. I don't even know what's going on. And this is a ride we can't get off, right?
But we're not in control. It's these random scientists who decide, hey, when we want to jump into a next timeline.
Yeah, exactly. So people are believing that since they've booted this up, we have initially crossed into another parallel universe, into a multi-universe. We've gone down another road.
But I have a bleeding question.
Ask.
Why?
Why
go through all of that trouble to change the words of Star Wars or change the spelling of Looney Tunes? Why go through all of that trouble to change minuscule things?
All right. So this is where it gets really, really dope. Now, boys and girls, we're about to jump down a rabbit hole. So bear with me. I like to play the devil's advocate in a lot of conversations. You're going to learn that about me. So you might be thinking, just like Sammy said, oh, well, you know, why would we jump timelines? If these scientists knew that we're jumping timelines and they booted up again, why would they mask it as they're just looking for dark matter, blah, blah, blah? But they actually know we're jumping timelines. What is their goal? Is it simply as alter the spelling of your favorite child's kids book, alter the logos? If I was a scientist or a government or an entity, a private entity, nonetheless, that knew how to jump different timelines, think about that. What could you do with that? You know how powerful that'd be to go. Now, when you traditionally think about jumping timelines, people think you're jumping forward. What about jumping backwards?
So when they do jump back, they change the spelling of bursting bears. What do they gain?
No, I'm not talking about something minuscule as that. I'm talking about jumping back and affecting events, outcomes, political events, economic events.
So you're saying, right, the British conquered almost a third of the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying there is a possibility that someone went back in time and made that happen. Because if you think about it, okay, I have a conspiracy now as well.
Okay, here we go.
How could a small island nation control a third of the world with less than like a majority of the population, right? They only had technology. They only had guns. People still had will, and people still had balls, right? People still could have fought the British, but they didn't. Why did they submit? And why did they allow the British, who came in like the thousands, right? They just ransacked their whole country and control it. How?
Just ran up in your house.
How could that happen? How could it happen without anyone doing anything about it?
Well, I mean, this could divulge and go into a history lesson, but I don't think people kind of just, they rolled up and they're like, all right, say less, here, take everything. I think there was definitely a kerfuffle. There was a fight, but, you know.
But maybe it's
I get where you're going.
Someone went back in time and someone gave the British, like, information on how to do it, or information on how to infiltrate, or battle plans, you know. The British were notoriously good at water battles and ships and stuff. But they were horrible on land, but somehow on land they win. Yeah,
and they took over a majority of the world. So yeah, I mean, it could be something as minuscule, like I said, as a children's book, or it could be something as dynamic and as impactful as, like you said, the war, deciding who won, altering history. So that is a conspiracy theory that is widespread on social media right now. So if you go on TikTok, type in Mandela Effect, or even CERN, or even the Collider, Hadron Collider, that'll pop up. So if you're listening, jump down that rabbit hole with us. It is actually a really cool conspiracy theory. There are some crazy conspiracy theories out there, but this is actually a pretty interesting one.
I want to add to it a little bit, though.
Yeah, add to it.
It's not a weird concept, right? The idea of a particle collider existed, right, before they were making it, obviously, right? But it got introduced in the comics. So if you watch The Flash, you would notoriously know that he got his powers from a particle collider, right? So there's always this like mystical, magical, like kind of connotation to the particle collider. There's something out of the ordinary happens, you know? So why is that assumption there for just a basic scientific kind of, like, if they just want to discover what dark matter is, or whatever it is, or how to make it, whatever it is, their goal is, if that's their goal, then why is there like such a mysterious like connotation to it? So why is there like, for example, why does a Flash exist in comics? Like someone must have thought about it. Someone must have some insider knowledge. You know, have you ever thought about that?
There's got to be some truth, to it, right?
We don't say like, okay, we don't say nukes make someone powerful, but like radioactive material does. But like, you know, if you bomb someone, nothing happens. But I don't know. It's weird. It's like how when it comes to superheroes and stuff, they say, hey, this radioactive material or this X and Y gives you powers. But where did they come up with that concept? How do they even think about that? You know, you become deformed. It doesn't make you fly, but you know, I don't know. Maybe that's more to that conversation. But we've already talked about that quite a bit.
Yeah. There is another topic I know we both want to talk about, and I think this is gonna be a good one. And if you guys have listened to episode 1, if you did not, please jump back and listen to it. It was our very first episode. It was the genesis of this amazing podcast, Excuse Our Banter. So do check it out. But there was a topic I wanted to jump down the rabbit hole and go into the episode probably would have been like 2-3 hours if I would have talked about it. It was basically about a tweet that I tweeted out a while ago. It was a couple weeks ago. Let me see if I can find it. It was basically somebody tweeted online and they were talking about, they said something along the lines, I'd rather take a I'm busy than basically leaving people on read, right? So let me see.
I think that is a big topic in and of itself, to be honest. And although we made the promise that we were going to do it in this episode, I think maybe next episode we make the same promise.
Are you really going to do that to it?
Yeah, I'm going to do it to you. I'm going to do it to you.
People are going to be like, you guys.
We went down this conspiracy rabbit hole so deep that we forgot to pull out.
I mean, it was a dope topic. I mean,
it was
why
a dope topic?
It was a dope topic.
It got me thinking.
Maybe we just talk about conspiracy theories from now. No, I'm joking, but no, that is okay. How about that? We will. I'm sorry. Please forgive us, everybody. We will push this topic onto the next episode. But the topic is pretty much, if you go to my Twitter, it's Glitch Scythe, and I tweeted on July 3rd, basically. In the initial thread, I basically said, if they can't wrap their head around basic communication, then they are not worth their energy. So we were planning to talk about that this episode, but we've already ran close to an hour. We're not trying to go 2 hours, but we'll talk about that next episode. And I promise we'll do it next episode. It'll be probably one of the first things we talk about. We promise.
Yeah.
But I know you want to talk about something.
The Boys just wrapped up its last episode, and I want to know, and everyone wants to know, was it a good episode? And I think it was amazing. It was great.
It was phenomenal. A lot of shows I've watched, they have their finale, and sometimes it's very lackluster, but I would say this episode was worth it, bro. What did you think about the events that unfolded? And guys, do be wary. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1.
Spoilers ahead. All right. So I must say, The Boys, amazing. It's an amazing show, and the way they ended it was amazing too. I liked the high stakes of it. It didn't go the way I planned it, right? Like Homelander did the weirdest thing I ever thought. He found out where his son was living. He grabbed him, he changed him, and he brought him into his side. He's now fighting side by side with him. So when Homelander's father came in, Soldier Boy came in to annihilate him, he said, here's my son, let's be a family. And Soldier Boy, to what I was thinking that was going to happen is that they all join up. They didn't do that. Soldier Boy was like, nah, man. And he decided, hey, I'm going to attack you and destroy you anyway. That was insane to me. That moment was a brilliant moment. What do you think?
Yeah, I really remember our first episode of this podcast, we were talking about theories. And I mean, I had like 3, you had 2. One of them had to catch, and we were pretty close. I mean, it did take a lot of twists and turns, things I didn't expect. I was waiting to see, honestly, Homelander just get wrecked. And he was so close. He was so close a couple times. First time was obviously when Soldier Boy is talking to Homelander. Homelander is obviously, because the way Homelander is looking at it, he's like sitting here thinking, well, we have 3 generations: Soldier Boy, Homelander, and the Sun. Imagine if they all teamed up. It would be over for everybody.
Ryan, Homelander, Soldier Boy, a family just going against each other.
Everybody. It'd be crazy. But too good to be true. Last minute, if you've seen it, obviously I think it was Maeve, Starlight. What's the other main character? He has no powers. No, Butcher has powers. MM, not Frenchie. The other one, the curly hair guy.
Oh,
that has
Huey.
Yeah, they grab him and they pretty much try to Soldier Boy him. Soldier Boy tries to use his power to pretty much take away Homelander's power, then kill him when he's no longer immortal. That scene,
there was a lot of character development, and it truly pulled out. You know,
that scene was dope when he grabbed his face and to see Homelander's face go from despair, sadness, and hope all in one, with the hope of his father and his son, his grandson, being reunited and just wreaking havoc on the whole world. Part of me kind of feels bad for Homelander.
So you know what I was saying last episode, where Huey and Butcher, they were talking, and Starlight told Butcher that, hey, I got you the V, but the V is going to kill you, right? If you take it too many times. If you take it 3 times, and Butcher decided that he was still going to do it with Huey. And I was like, luckily he had a change of heart. He knocked Huey out, and he took the V and carried on. But in this episode, we found out that Huey actually kept some. Right?
Yep.
Although he didn't use it, he still kept it. So I think that's going to be another card he uses. And we all saw what happened, at the end as well. It's like Butcher is he might die in 12 months or whatever, right? That was the effect. It affected his brain too much that he might die. So I don't know what's going to happen with Butcher. It'll be sad to see him go, but I don't know. What do you think about that one?
So I think just the same way they won't kill off Homelander, they won't kill off Butcher. Those are 2 people we love to hate. We love to hate them. And there's no way they're going to kill them off. Because they're both people on both sides of the fence where it's just like, they're both villains in their own right?
So what is Ryan like? So Ryan has 2 father figures. He has Butcher and he has Homelander.
Yeah.
So Butcher needs to stay in the game to get Ryan's trust. And he kind of got it, but not really. Because he's a horrible dad. He's a horrible, horrible dad. He didn't give a shit about Ryan. He made him feel like shit before he visited him the last time. And Homelander really pounced on that. But he didn't even know. He was trying to be genuine. And maybe he might be genuine. Maybe he is genuine in that regard. But he's definitely trying to use Ryan to boost his own influence. And we already saw Homelander killed someone in cold blood.
Oh, that was crazy.
Biggest game changer.
That was crazy. Ever. And what I know we're jumping all over the timeline of the episode, but I agree. That was insane. Like, he killed him, and I thought that was it for him. I was like, Homelander's losing his mind. He's been losing his mind for a while, a couple episodes, a season in fact.
That in front of his child.
And he gets better. You know that guy that MM punched in the face in the driveway for taking his daughter to that rally?
Yeah, the stepfather to his daughter.
The stepfather, bro. This guy was elated. I feel like this guy,
he orgasmed.
Like, his face was like, and that his reaction was like, I wasn't surprised. Honestly, wasn't surprised.
Yeah. He's like a supremacist.
He's a supremacist. He's someone who's not powerful, but obviously now Homelander's on their side. They're obviously like, Homelander's with us. If no one can beat us. If you're against us, if you're not with us, you're against us. That kind of mentality. And he pretty much lasered a guy that threw, what did he hit the sun, right?
He killed the person in cold blood, and he hit the sun with a bottle or whatever, right?
Hit the sun with a bottle, and then he lasered him to death. And that guy cheered MM's arch nemesis, his rival, the stepfather of his daughter, cheered. And then everybody cheered. And and the son, Ryan, right? Ryan had a smirk on his face.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh my god!
I was like, no, it's over.
We all know it's going. We know that Ryan's gonna be influenced hard.
Oh yeah. So there's another part. I do want to step back to it, but towards the end, there's another part that's very important. What is the name of? Was she a senator? She was a politician, right?
Oh, the head popper. Yeah.
The head popper, and she worked hand in hand with
Homelander.
Stan at Mr. Edgar, right?
Stan Edgar, yeah.
Newman, yes, Victoria Newman, yes. She managed to make it out on top unscathed, which was actually quite interesting. You never got into her only fight was in that one episode. She popped that guy's head, but I expected more backlash, more investigation to it. But that's coming. That's definitely coming. But
I also wouldn't count out Stan Edgar. Although we didn't see him, I think he's going to make a return, and I think he's going to be his own player in the game. He's not going to be on Huey's side. He's not going to be on Starlight's side, not Homelander's side. He's going to be his own man. He's
going to be a wild card. I'm right there with you. He's going to come in. I think he's going to come in as a independent entity, just wreaking havoc with heroes. There's got to be heroes we haven't seen.
I didn't expect the death of what's his name, Black Noir. I did not expect that.
Man, me neither, bro.
I was sad. I was thinking there was some animosity and they were gonna team up, but then it just happened. It happened right in front of me.
That was sad, man. After sitting there watching him go through his mental stripes, his journey, how Soldier Boy treated him.
Yeah.
Just to go right back to Homelander and say, I'm back. And to just get one punched.
Yeah, he got one gut punched and that was it. I don't think he's dead. I don't think he's dead.
I don't think he's dead because he's Black Noir has a superpower. He's not just, and a lot of people didn't know, Black Noir is actually black. And they covered his face up, I believe, for
Burns.
Because the Homelander messed him up. No, Soldier Boy messed him up.
Yeah,
really messed him up. But they didn't show him die. They showed him the floor twitching. But I think his power is regenerative.
Yeah,
I think he can regenerate.
I think he regenerates, but not properly. Like, not to fix his face, but like to somewhat fix him, kind of.
Yeah, because in one of his flashbacks with the cartoons, one of the illustrations, it shows Soldier Boy taking his face and pretty much just shredding half off and his brains hanging out.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
At the time, I didn't think anything about it. I'm like, oh, it's a cartoon. He's crawling with, and I'm like, wait a minute. Now I think back, the dude was crawling with half his brains out, and he survived. Yeah, I
remember that now, actually. Yes,
so
his brain was out.
Yes, so we were on to something. He can, I think maybe have to, I was gonna say maybe cut the head off like Deadpool, but dude can survive.
I think he's gonna switch sides to the boys. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Oh man, it's gonna be good.
We don't know the comics. We haven't read the comics, so if this is the case, we're making guesses. But I just love watching the series rather than the comics, so that we can experience it live on TV. So that was good. Bro.
And I had so much fun. And I guarantee the comic book fans are probably just giving a round of applause, because a lot of the time, I know, especially with the comic book community, there's a lot of weight on the producers, the directors, the actors' shoulders when they take adaptations from comics and they put it into movies or TV shows. There's a lot of weight, and I think they did it justice. I haven't read the comics, but this is an amazing show. Another wild card. What do you think about Ashley Barrett? Ashley Barrett, she took off her wig.
Oh, I don't know what the significance of that was, to be honest. She seemed scared the whole episode from Homelander. I think she knows what Homelander is now, and she isn't gonna she's gonna listen to his every word. She's not gonna do anything else. She's gonna listen to his every word.
I like to play devil's advocate. reverse Uno. I don't think she will because remember that fight between Maeve and Homelander? That was a dope fucking fight. That was an amazing fight.
Yeah, yeah.
That was really amazing. Good. Oh man, Maeve said, "What's up?" And she went toe to toe with Homelander for quite some time. He poked her eye out. But I think she could have probably close. She made him bleed.
She made him bleed.
Long story short, a lot of you guys watched it. Soldier Boy was losing his mind. They actually gassed him. They came together, actually gassed him. Dude couldn't control. He was gonna blow up like a time bomb. Maeve tackled him, flew out of the window. Boom. Sacrificed herself.
Maeve is something else. She didn't die, but she survived. But holy crap, I didn't expect her to.
Me neither.
But she lost her powers.
And that's where we're at right now. So Maeve did not die. She lost her powers. There was a video that actually Ashley Barnett or Barrett, the redhead, she actually saw surveillance video that she actually deleted from that database. If you remember that. Yeah, she deleted.
So maybe that's to hide from Homelander as well.
So people are actually realizing how crazy this guy is. And now that he's got his son, and you know the son's gonna be crazy. The son. So here's my theory. I believe the son is going to lose his mind. It's kind of like what is that one movie? It was an alternate. It was canon. It was alternate reality where Superman, if Superman was a kid and it was a horror movie.
Oh, the sackhead kind of guy. I forgot his name, but I know what you're talking about. The evil Superman boy, basically.
Yeah, it was called Brightburn. Yes. And if people haven't seen it, do watch Brightburn. It's amazing. So pretty much the premise is if Superman was born and he was a villain instead of superhero, and so I think he's gonna go down that path, and I think Homelander is gonna love it at first. But the son's gonna get out of control, and Homelander's gonna have to rein him in and kill him.
Maybe he'll be too powerful. Maybe he'll be so much more powerful than Homelander. Because you saw that kid. That kid went crazy. He hit he hit Soldier Boy pretty hard there with his laser eyes. Did.
Yeah, and I didn't expect that. I was like, but he did get backhanded into a bookshelf and almost died. So yeah, I mean, how strong
he was learning his powers though,
yeah,
it's slowly coming because he didn't have his powers when Homelander threw him off the roof.
He didn't. He
was slowly starting to get it. So I reckon it's coming.
I thought he was gonna die. I was like, no way, this is how Ryan dies.
It's coming. He's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. And I just like you said, Brightburn. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Right, yeah.
And I'm thinking he's going to be like that. He's going to be uncontrollable, even for Homelander.
Yeah.
And that's going to cause some tension.
And another dope revelation was when Homelander and Butcher laser-eyed Soldier Boy together.
Yeah.
But
that was because of Ryan, though. Yeah, that was because of Ryan. So that was expected. But I don't, like I said, even they know. And they agree that they're not friends. They're only there to just like kind of mutual friends at the time, but they're not friends. They're like temp friends.
There was a lot of very loose alliances falling apart and being formed. The whole fight, it was crazy. Now, do you remember seeing Soldier Boy dead?
No, he got taken into the ground. Remember, he got gassed and he got thrown into the.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
But he's obviously gonna come back and play, and I think someone who might be using him might be Mr. Edgar
or Head Popper.
Oh, as like a soldier, like a Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Ooh. I don't know how they can. The thing is, I don't think they'll put him back in the next season, because it would just be like, okay, cool, you brought him in. He did his thing, and then he got owned. So why bring him back? I think they're going to wait until they can do something with him.
Yeah, it would be kind of like redundant. Like, I would love to see him again. The dude, I think the actor's name is Jensen Ackles. But yeah, he's an amazing actor. Never seen him on screen before, but he's an amazing actor. Bravo, round of applause to everybody. I wanted to see Victoria Newman scrap it up again.
Yeah, but her power is so specific. That I feel like it would be unfair against the humans.
It would be unfair. Yeah, it's kind of like, so my question: her power, does she just have to make eye contact?
I think
or just touch him?
Wait, no, because but she was looking at everyone in the room, wasn't she?
She was
when she was in the courthouse.
it's kind of like that one power that one guy had to pretty much put someone into a coma. Remember when Butcher and Soldier Boy went looking for that one guy that was part of the group, the guy who could put people into
mind guy.
Yeah, the mind guy. Yeah, it's kind of like that. So she has to make eye contact.
Yeah,
I think so. But yeah,
blow him up.
Bro, that was the revelation of her, what her power was, is crazy. I would love. Okay, question to you and all the listeners: if you could see one person that's part of this show, whether it's on the Vought side, or the good side with Mother's Milk and Frenchie, if you could see one person take Temp V and get a superpower, who would it be? And what do you think the superpower would be?
Oh man, I think I would love, because he's my favorite character as well. I like Frenchie a lot.
Yep.
I like Frenchie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think his power would be along the lines of speed, right? Some sort of speed related thing, because he takes so much drugs.
Yeah,
he takes so much drugs. It has to affect him.
Yeah. And do you think the Temp V, the way, I know it's like I don't know if it's like a Russian roulette, like it's whatever power you get, but I think it has to play in their genetics and their lifestyle and who they are as a person. So you might be onto something. So you might be like the Flash.
Yeah. I think it'll be speed related, so it has something to do with speed. I don't think he'll fly. I don't think he'll have laser eyes. I don't think he'll be invisible.
Yeah.
I think.
No. I don't think he'll be strong. Those are already taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Translucent was invisible, so.
Yeah. So you're going with he's gonna have the speed. I'm thinking. So this is two parts. So if Frenchie did have a power, I think it would probably be. I honestly think
Hard to think about.
I think it would be either because he's really struggling with his demons mentally. I think it'd be something mind control.
Yeah, I was also thinking about that as well, because he influenced. I forgot her name now. The girl, right? He influenced the girl to basically come to his side. So maybe it could be that mind control, but I don't think it would. I personally don't think it would be.
It would be mind control, or it would be like shape shifting that he'd phase through objects. I don't think it'd be like strength or lasers, because those are already taken. And with his stature, you would kind of think it'd be something more passive. So yeah, that would be my pick.
I could see shape shifting. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Mother's Milk? Just an extra one.
Bro, Mother's Milk's power is strong. I mean, that's kind of like cliche. Dude's fucking big. Strength. And I mean, think about it. It could be something that happened in the next couple of seasons, because Eminem, Mother's Milk, has always wanted to. Dude's never backed down. Dude took a gun to a super fight, and he was ready to die.
He was
so
ready.
Imagine the day he takes V, because he's like, yo, I can't do this. I can't even fight. Everybody's got to fight my battles.
Exactly.
I mean, if he gets hit once by a Soldier Boy or even Homelander, he's dead. So I think he might be taking V in the future, but I think it'd be strength for him.
Strength, yeah. I think along the lines of strength as well. Or maybe even he can grow big too.
Oh, yeah. Or his muscles like triple size or something like that.
Yeah.
Like Bane.
I don't know. It's an interesting one to think about, but yeah, my favorite character is Frenchie in the show. I just think he's Frenchie's like a good comic relief. Dude,
yeah, he's awesome. Hey, you know who's also grown on me too? I haven't even grown on me. I loved from the start Kimiko. She's dope.
Kimiko is good, yeah.
Kimiko.
I like her story arc as well.
Oh man, I feel like her story arc was probably the most developed. They actually went pretty in depth of why she is and the way she is, and I love that she got her power back. And I love the little love relationship between her and Frenchie. That's so adorable.
Yeah, that was good. It's good. Like the show is well put together. It's always like entertaining in every aspect. Like I'm always thinking about what's happening here, what's happening there. It's not just one storyline though. That's the thing.
So many storylines.
It's great.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. Oh man, today it was a dope episode.
Yeah,
great episode.
Yeah.
Bro. Time flew by. Like, I wish we could fit in the other subject, but like we said, next episode, which will be our third episode, which will be we'll talk about are people worth your time? Are they worth your energy?
We promise we're gonna go.
We promise. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're sorry. We apologize. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know we did.
I did.
Sammy did. I mean, when you're having great conversations, time flies by.
100%.
Flies by. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode. This episode was actually quite lengthy.
That's quite big. We talked about history, science, conspiracy theories. We covered our shit on the topics.
Yeah, we did. We covered a lot. We're at a minute 22 minutes. I mean, not a minute, an hour 22 minutes mark. So we're actually under 1:30. So that's not bad. So you guys got a nice little bonus 30 minutes on the end of it. But I really hope you guys enjoy this podcast. I really do from the bottom of my heart. I know Sammy's very passionate about this. I am too. I love making content. So I really hope we're able to build a community around this podcast of people from different walks of life, different interests, different hobbies, different demographics. I mean, anybody, if you enjoy conversations, enjoy being the catalyst of conversations, whether it's range from talking from anime, TV shows, video games, conspiracy theories, relationships, love, anything and everything we talk about. We just talk. We're just two dudes chilling, shooting the breeze, having fun, man. That's all this is. And I hope you guys enjoy it from the bottom of my heart.
Tune in next week.
For episode 3. But yes, I am, like I said, I'm one of two amazing hosts. I am G, call me G, or even call me Donald. And then our second amazing half is...
You can call me The Dream. All right, Sami. You can call me Sami. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. It was amazing.
Yeah, The Dream. That's